Okay, how
Yeah.
is your good self?
I'm okay
Right, well, let's
too.
start with you. How are you today?
I'm fine. I've
Yeah?
had a bit of a funny morning. You know when you just can't.
What, funny haha?
Yeah, no. Odd funny. I didn't have enough to do. So
Right.
I have managed to send off a report, which is really good. I
Mm-hmm.
have managed to. I went to a coffee morning for Shine, which is our
Mental Health Network.
mental health network.
Yeah.
I cleaned the dining room, which is a big thing, which is really good. So I was productive,
Mm.
but I just feel maybe it's the weather. I just feel a little
Well,
eh.
Ali says, oh, it's Friday, fish and chips.
Oh yes, fish and chips on a
Is
Friday.
that fake away fish and chips or real fish and chips? Hi, Adele, welcome. Um, so you've just been a bit out of sorts, have you, mate?
Yeah, just not enough to do. Not enough to do. So I've sort of looked at my Facebook
I think
more
I
times
think
than.
there's plenty to do. It's just avoidance therapy. You're
Do you
good.
reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I
I'll
think.
have to get you to make me a list of what you think I
Well,
should be doing.
that's me like me supervising.
I'm
Then,
happy
isn't
to be
it?
supervised.
Okay,
If I
okay.
run out of things to do, I'm happy to have suggestions from the other court.
All right, fair enough.
So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
just a little bit of grey like the weather,
Yeah,
but I'm fine. I'm dandy. I'm on day 18 of no anxiety.
but that's good.
That's really
That's
good.
really good.
That's really good.
This today, having said that, this is officially
Yes.
the Bill and Kate live talk for Stepping Stone and our crew out there. So you should pat yourselves on the back. We had our 70th show the other day.
We did.
But we had two before that, which were kind of pilot shows.
Okay.
So today, officially, Friday, where are we? The 3rd of the 7th, is officially the 75th show
Brilliant.
that Kate and Bill have
Bring it
actually
on.
done and sat here and rabbited on. And I wonder, a bit like putting peas in a jar, I wonder how many words that you've said more than me.
Oh, you reckon I've said more than you?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Okay.
I think it must be.
112.
No, 72 million. No, not that I've counted them.
No.
But no, it's officially today our 75th show.
Wonderful.
And they reckon it's officially about 109 days of
Of
lockdown.
lockdown,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, unbelievable.
109 days of lockdown.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I use Chips Ahoy, best ever. They speak a different language, this lot.
They do. I
got
don't know what they're on about.
I don't know what Chips Ahoy is.
Sounds like a chippy. The name of a chippy.
I thought it was a condiment. I thought it was something that you put on it as a substitute for salt or something.
I don't know, Bill. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm right.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And how are you? You just said okay, but
I'm
embellished,
Yeah,
darling.
it always. No, don't do that. I struggle for words when I'm this tired.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And what it is, I didn't sleep very well last night. Because I've got a lot on my mind at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Having just filled out yet another grant application, which we officially sent yesterday. And you think, oh, you're going to get a wonderful email straight back. But you don't. They just go, thank you for this. I will pass it on to the powers that be, and they will be in touch shortly. So that kind of makes me go, oh. And then I read again the theatre situation in the country.
I know.
Yeah, 30,000 people potentially facing redundancy. That's not just the actors.
I know.
Again, that's the people that I like drinking with. Is the crew. You know, the electricians, the sparks, the chippies,
Yeah.
the
Every industry's
production
been hit.
managers. Yeah. The people that work behind the bar, the people that work behind the cafe, the people that work in the restaurant, the odd job man, the maintenance man. You know, look like losing all of their employment. And it's for some of them, and I know for some of them, like the guy who worked on the stage door at the National, they did it in 2 shifts. His name was Terry, I think, the older guy. He was there for years. Absolutely years. And he knew everybody. He'd seen the likes of Bill Rodgers going through that back door at the stage door, for Emma Thompson, Sir Anthony Hopkins. He'd seen everybody coming through that, and everybody knew him. Same as I worked at Derby Playhouse, and the stage door died. There were 2 stage door guys there. Used to do it in shifts. One did the morning, one did the afternoon into the evening. And you couldn't get into that building unless they knew you. You know what I mean? It was like Fort Knox. But they were brilliant guys, and they'd been there for donkey's years. They loved that job. and they looked after that building, not just the actors. They looked after the building. They made sure that building was open at 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock for the cleaners to get in, and they made sure that that building was locked up by midnight so that everybody could go home.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that as well. But I'm in a good mood as well, I suppose, because I had a very nice telephone. You call them telcons, don't you?
Telcon.
In your world, you call them telcons. And I suppose I'm in a good mood because I had a really nice telcon with a guy about a potential project that we could be setting up fairly soon before, hopefully before August.
Wonderful.
Hopefully.
Wonderful.
I know, so we will wait and see. So my mental health's a bit good at the moment when it comes to
I'm pleased.
optimism, but
I'm
my
pleased.
physical, I'm a bit tired.
Okay.
I want to thank you because I listened to the chat on getting better sleep, and just by making a couple of changes, I'm sleeping a lot better.
Well,
says Adele. Brilliant. Well done, Adele.
Result.
Well done, Adele.
Thank you for sharing that.
So let's rock on, and I will say to you then, Kate, as soon as we've got that, what about your joy? What
My
joy?
joy.
What joy are you feeling?
I haven't had anything remarkable, but I have a joy.
Mm-hmm.
I love to read,
Mm-hmm.
and I started a new book last night, and it's a good story.
Reading or writing?
Yeah, exactly. Reading.
Okay.
It's a good story behind it. The lady who runs Think to Speak, which is a
It's a support service.
service. That's it. Yeah. She put on a bunch of books, and she said, "Free to a good home," right? And somebody says, "Oh, I've read Purple Hibiscus. It's really good." So I said, "I'll have Purple Hibiscus, please." And she posted it to me within 2 days. I've got this new book with a lovely little card in it. Enjoy, Kate, and So anyhow, it's from a lady who I'd like to get to know better as well. The lady from Think to Speak, Lizzie. So I'm quite pleased about that.
Good. I'm so pleased that you're finding joy in reading again.
That's right. I've been reading all along. I've been reading my magic book that's all about gratitude.
Yeah.
And I've been reading Natasha Devon's book, The A to Z on Mental Illness. I read that before, and I'm rereading it because she's a great thinker. And I read magazines. And that. But I'm started a new fiction.
Good.
So not reading for any knowledge, just
good,
reading for pleasure. So that's my joy, reading.
Good.
And my darling Bill, what's your joy in the last
I've got a couple
hours?
of joys. Our big son has just rushed in and said, I need a lift to Retford on Monday. I've got an interview for a job, a physical job. Not that he ain't got a job. I mean, he's doing his sportscasting, etc. But this is a job that I think would suit him right up his street. It's in a shop that sells gaming paraphernalia. So it's all to do with gaming and online gaming and PCs and computers. So he's got an interview for that. And our other son, who is self-isolated in his student accommodation, is coming home tomorrow for the weekend again until probably Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday.
He's in our bubble.
Yeah, he's in our bubble, so he can come home. So that's my joy, that all four of us will be reunited, probably doing one of these here fake away things.
That's right. And we have a movie all picked out that the four of us are going to watch.
We are. I was just going to say that before you suddenly my good. Here's me be really cool and calm. Right, you're straight in there like a river.
Did I step on
No,
your toes?
you go ahead.
Did I step on your toes?
Our son said if we're all together, he's just come in and announced that if we want, he will pay for us to watch Hamilton.
Yeah.
Really, he wants to watch Hamilton.
Well, there is that.
I know. Gemma says, my joy is having my new fence put up in the front garden, and my bins are all hidden. So I won't be getting one of these rubbish in my bin. Anyone's else... Well, if your bins are hidden, how can you find them as well? If nobody else can find them. Well, anyway, Gemma's hidden her bins. Gemma's in the... Kate, could you put a list of these books on the Crazy Crew, as they might be good to read for all of us?
Yes, I will indeed.
There you go.
I will do.
There you go.
Kate's reading list. I will indeed.
Well, Sharon says I've been reading the same genre, post-colonial.
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh.
Well, pop some books on the Crazy Crew's list, and let's have a look. Some good reading material, get it passed round. I've got Lenny Bruce's autobiography that was sent to me by my friend Jim, who runs an organisation in Doncaster called Reread. And Jim's organisation has up to 20, 30, 40,000 books that they pass on. It's a charity that they pass on from organisations that they've come to the end of their print, so they get like 300 or 400 of the same book, or just people donate these books and then they clean them up and tidy them up and then they pass them on again to be reread.
To be reread. Reread.
Yeah. Talking of which, then, reading. I'd like to pick up from yesterday.
Yeah.
We were doing our 32 things you can do during lockdown to keep your mental health on the straight and narrow. And because we got so into it, we only actually got up to number 11.
We did indeed.
Which means that there's 21 more.
21 more ideas today.
Yeah.
Of things you can do in lockdown.
Things you can do in lockdown.
Okay.
Chill out day yesterday. I started to binge watch a series last night. That's exactly what we were talking about yesterday. Time and place for your binge watching. And don't watch it all at once. Save a little bit. It's a bit like, for life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Old Forrest Gump there, he didn't eat all his chocolates all at once, did he?
Oh, very good metaphor, Bill.
Yeah.
Very good metaphor.
So don't binge watch the entire episode or the entire series. Just watch a couple. Your caramel cream and your custard cream, and then you can save your toffee coffee till later.
Okay.
There you go.
It's a good idea.
So we managed to get up to self-care yesterday. We managed
did.
to get up to bathing and looking after yourself and brushing your hair, keeping yourself clean and tidy, because you never know who was going to come round. So the next one, interesting enough, Kate, is read the books.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Thank you. Catch up on what you were reading or what you want to read, and read a book.
I've made a note to read magazines, read newsletters, read blogs, read fiction, read non-fiction, and invest in your reading and be mindful when you're reading.
Absolutely.
And it's a great thing. You read a lot online.
I read a hell of a lot. I don't read many books, but I read a hell of a lot online.
No, you don't.
I get most of my news online. I do try and go to reliable sources. I do read newspapers online. I read The Guardian online, which tells you what kind of reader I am. And every now and again, I'll have a look at a trashy newspaper. I'll have a look at the Mirror. But I read a lot of magazines online. I get a magazine delivered every Friday, the Happy Full magazine, and it came today.
I know you've sent it to
and
me.
I sent you
brilliant.
a copy. Yeah. And there's lots of stuff in there that we might have a look at tomorrow. There's some stuff in there we can have a look at tomorrow. And the Happy Full magazine is all about looking after your mental health. But it's geared at people of a certain age, really.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not geared at my age. It's geared at people that are much older than me. No, it's geared at younger people, and I think it's fantastic that it should be.
Oh, good.
But yeah, the Happy Full magazine, I read that. But yeah, it's number 12 on the list is read a book, catch up with a book. Read a book that you've been meaning to read.
Lockdown is an excellent time. You should have more time on your hands from the very nature of what lockdown is. So use some of that to invest in a good book.
Or a magazine.
Or a magazine, if that's all you can.
If that's all you can do, or a magazine. Number 13 on our list, I don't say it out loud because I do have certain superstitions.
You are very superstitious.
And that being one of them, so I will call that 12A. It says, why not have a Zoom hangout?
Yeah.
I know that we have our friend Janet, our dear friend Janet, she Zooms every Friday with the family, and they're all kind of all dispersed all over the place. But why not have a good old Zoom hangout? Have a good chit chat with some pals.
You've got to organise it. We've got some pals from your college days.
Yeah.
That we are still friends with, their spouses and whatnot. And we had a dozen on there.
Oh, at least. Coming and going.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've been to a virtual coffee morning this morning, and that was fun.
Yeah. So why not do more of that?
Yeah.
I'd like to do a virtual coffee morning. I think we should do that, crew. I think the Crazy Crew should have a virtual...
Wouldn't that be brilliant?
That's why I've just said it.
That's a brilliant idea. I can see what they look like.
Oh, you don't want to see what they look like.
Yes, I do.
That's a bit too much enthusiasm. It was merely a suggestion.
That's a great idea.
No, I think the Crazy Crew could do with having a coffee morning. We will schedule one in.
Yeah.
Maybe one day next week we'll talk about it, we'll discuss it, we'll put it out if anybody's up for it.
Yeah.
And we'll do one of them, because Stepping Stone has a room, we can do one of them Facebook rooms
Do we have a room?
We do.
I did not know that.
Oh, well, there you go. There's not a lot that you do know if you don't pay attention, is there?
Well, my short-term memory is just
I know.
so short. Guys, I suggested we do a show on self-esteem, and Bill just looked at me and said, "You got to be kidding." I'm like, "No, it's a great suggestion." He's like, "Kate, we just did one."
We did.
And my mind goes blank again.
That's right, Adele. You are limited to 40 minutes on Zoom, you see. Whereas if we do it on a Facebook room, Stepping Stone room,
Okay.
we can have a few more people and we can have it for a little bit longer.
Excellent. As long as it's not complicated, I'm in.
Well, it's not complicated. I send you a link. I set it up and I'll send you a link. I'll send it to our crew out there and we'll have a nice cup of coffee and a chat.
Wonderful.
But that's what it says. Try hanging out with your buddies, but do it remotely.
I love this. I'm
You know.
excited. I'm excited.
You see, if you're feeling a bit down, a bit blue, a bit lonely, then you can do it. You've got your writing group tonight. 6, 7 people guaranteed at both classes. They'll be there. And it's always a lot of fun. The writing group's always a lot of fun. But that's done remotely and it's always a laugh. It's not just all about the writing. It's about the company.
Yeah.
It's about the camaraderie. It's about having a few pals knocking about, which I just think is brilliant. So why not invest a little bit of time? We're busy Monday and Tuesday as we're shopping for families. There's Hayley presuming that she's going to get invited. I know.
Oh,
I know.
She's so forward.
I know she is, but bless her, she was there for the gin and she was there for the whiskey. We will think about it, Hayley. I'll have a look at the weekend what the logistics is about getting it all together, and maybe before one of the shows next week, or one of the days that we can't do a show, maybe next Wednesday, when we can't do a show because our son needs the bandwidth early afternoon, and maybe we can do a quick coffee morning.
Coffee morning.
Yeah, you know, 10:30, well, 11:30 or something like that.
Brilliant. I love
Next Wednesday, I will explore that. Sharon says, I love a Zumba one. I'm sure you do.
I'd love a Zumba one.
Oh, you'd. Oh, I'd. Oh,
I would.
I'm sure. Right. Well, I'm not doing that. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for that. Last time I Zumbaed, I pulled a muscle.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I took her home though afterwards, but I mean, I pulled a muscle. That was a joke.
I got it.
That's all right.
I'm not there.
But a lot of people have started to do these online exercises, like Shannon's. I'm just saying jokingly, but a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of people are doing it.
I am guilty of that. I've been doing yoga online with YouTube, and I've been doing a cardiovascular one. I've done one cardiovascular one.
Do you think, even though it is virtual, it still improves your mental health when you're doing it?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah?
Exercise has got to be in my top 2 things to do for mental health. Absolutely. And I've made the resolve to exercise every day. So I've gotten up this morning like a good little girl. I'm doing really well on my getting up at 7:30, and I've done yoga. And I was going to do...
I saw you doing that again this morning.
I was going to do cardiovascular, and my legs are stiff. So I obviously need a rest day from yesterday's cardiovascular, and I'm going to change my cardiovascular and blah, blah, blah,
You
blah,
did
blah, blah,
your cardiovascular and your yoga yesterday.
I did.
It started chucking it down, and you said, I think I'm going to go for a walk.
I'm keen.
You are keen. I mean, I don't know where you get the energy.
18 day. Am I on day 18 of my no anxiety?
Anxiety, yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Well
whoop,
done you, well done you.
Thank you, darling.
Number 14, it says
Yes.
stay in touch with people that you love.
Very important.
Very important.
Very
You know.
important.
Drop them a line, a text, a messenger. It says, according to our experts that we've got this from, drop them a line every day.
That's a lot.
Or every second day. It's not asking to write letters.
Just drop them a line.
Just say, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Because that way it could lead to conversation. And for a lot of people, conversation right now is important.
It is very important.
They need that.
It is very important. And since this is stuff to do during lockdown, why not get in touch with that friend or that family member that you've not been in touch with for ages?
Absolutely.
Because it's a perfect excuse. Just calling to get in touch as we're all suffering through lockdown. It's a beautiful thing.
Also, one thing that I'd like to see more of, and Deborah, bless her, she's one of our crew, she sent us 2 lovely handmade cards, but she also sent them with written messages inside, handwritten. You don't see many people sending letters and cards anymore that are handwritten, unless it's a Christmas card, and it just says things like, to Kate and the boys from me, Merry Christmas. To Kate, Bill and the boys from me.
Well, we do so much of it virtually.
I know.
And I don't have a problem with that, because paper, saving stamps,
You can get recycled paper.
Well, that's true.
You can get
That's a
recycled
good
card.
point,
Yes,
Bill.
you can.
I stand corrected.
You can.
That's good. I
You
like
know.
that. Yeah.
And it's just merely a suggestion that when it says here, try and keep in touch, send somebody a message every day, why not do it through sending a nice letter, a nice card?
That's a great idea.
I think it's wonderful. There's nothing more wonderful of opening and seeing somebody's handwriting and they took time and they made these lovely cards. Adele says, I've just sent lots of thinking of you, just wish people responded. You've not sent me anything. And I can't respond because I'm on air.
She's like, I see you every day.
But I will do, Adele. If I see that you sent me a thinking of you, I will respond. So Michelle's put a frowny face.
Uh-oh.
Which means that she's got face on. So do respond to Michelle. Not Michelle. To Adele. I do apologise.
Okay.
To Adele. Snail mail is handwritten stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ali. I knew that. And also snail mail is also not a female snail.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
There you go.
You're very quick, Bill.
I'm very quick. You get it from Moonpig or Funky Pigeon. I tend to get my handwritten cards. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I did. She says, Adele, I will look when I finish, my friend. But yeah, write to somebody proper. Write to somebody longhand. Make their day. Do a Clint Eastwood on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Make their day. Make them feel special.
Yeah. Being in touch with friends old and new.
Yeah. Stay
family
in
member.
touch. And family members. Stay in touch. Mm-hmm. I love number 15 on the list, Kate. I'm going to throw this one over to you because you've done this.
I have.
Yeah, go on.
Try a new recipe. Absolutely. You've done this. You've done this with your cooking.
Yeah.
You made a fantastic breaded chicken, talk about fake away, the other day. That was just glorious. And my new recipe is, yes, I have been baking banana bread.
She has.
Banana bread. I have been baking banana bread. Oh my goodness gracious, to die for. Wonderful.
You've done really well, and it has gradually gotten better.
Thank you.
Not that there was anything wrong with it in the first place.
Yeah.
But the more you've focused, the more you've concentrated, the more you've got rid of some of your brain fog. I don't know whether you've developed a lighter touch or whatever they say about that, but that, if you mix it differently, it will taste differently. You've done remarkably well.
Thank you.
So I think it's a
very
great
much.
idea. Try a new
Thank
food.
you very much. Absolutely. Whether it's from a recipe book or whether it's online or whether it's from Grandma's kitchen, you, Bill, are able to cook and make it up. I need a recipe. I'm not that intuitive.
I am an improviser when it comes to cooking.
Yeah.
As long as I know what the basics are.
Yeah.
You've got, some chicken.
Yeah.
And you've got several things you can do with that chicken.
Yeah.
Like I did the breaded chicken with with breadcrumbs, homemade breadcrumbs. It is a fakeaway. I've actually made it before. It's a bit like a Kiev without the garlic butter. You just kind of cut it open, put a bit of non-dairy cheese in there, in the chicken, bread it up, bit of a skewer through it, and do it for 20-25 minutes. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's still chicken and cheese at the end of the day, But if it works, it becomes something. It's a billet bleu, like cordon bleu.
I hear you. I'm there.
It's like that.
But yes, try a new recipe. An excellent idea to do during lockdown.
Gemma says it does help you with your mental health. I always eat banana cake when I feel down.
Okay.
BBC recipe for banana loaf is the best.
I think it might even be the BBC one that I've been doing. And you know what I've changed? Is I changed my brown sugar.
To what?
To a different brown sugar.
Oh, okay.
So just to bore you, I've gone from soft brown sugar to demerara, which is similar, but it's more crystalline.
Yeah, it's more powdery.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyhow, so there we go.
Well, Adele says it is good for you because it's got potassium in it. There you go. It brings brings your potassium level.
Okay, so the next one, which we're talking number 16, is they've called Learn Some Magic Tricks. Yeah, so we looked this up, so to speak. It's learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Learn a new skill.
And that's what it means. It's all about learning something that you've never tried before.
So we were thinking, learn to knit. Yeah, it's easy to knit a scarf to start out with. Learn to crochet. Easy to crochet a square or two. Sew a few squares together, and before you know it, you've got yourself a wee bit of a blanket.
And also little things like learning crafts online. Our dear friend Adele out there, I know for a fact she's been doing art online.
I believe she has.
And I've seen some of the end products of that, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's taking the opportunity rather than sitting there going, I can't do that. I can't do that. You can. There's no such word as I can't. Don't listen to the inner critic. Get up there and get it done.
And we talked about yesterday online courses.
Yeah.
Tons of them for free. Tons of them for donation. Tons of them for $9.99. You know, but absolutely learn a new skill.
Even the Open University that was seen as kind of fairly highbrow at one bit, they're doing free courses.
Are they really?
They are indeed. They're offering free courses.
Good on them.
And like you say, there's the U-Cademy, it's called.
Yep.
U-Cademy. And they do online courses that you learn at your leisure. I mean, if this carries on, some people may well be locked down for the next 2 or 3 months. You can, in that time, you can become an expert in lots of things.
Yeah.
For £12.99 at the U-Cademy. And they are 2 and 3 month courses, or they're 120, 130 hours. You can do it at your pace. You don't have to do it all at once. You've got to leave yourself time to watch your Netflix, so you can rotate your time, you know. Sharon says, I remember knitting when I was a kid. All my dolls had scarves.
Brilliant,
Brilliant. Gemma says, you can do anything. And you can do anything online.
I like that attitude.
Yeah, I started learning the harmonica online. I have done. We've had a problem technically with some of the software that we've been running, and our son tried to help us out yesterday, and he was baffled. So this morning I got online and said, "I'm having a problem with the software. How do I do this, and this?" Up came a YouTube video, and there was a 14-year-old kid going, "So, my name's Brad. What you need to do?" And he talked, you know, this young American kid. He talked me through it, and within half an hour, I'd fixed it.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean?
That's a great story.
It's true, and that happened today.
Yeah.
Adele's going to decorate glass bottles next week.
Oh, very nice.
And put lights in it, says Sharon. What a great idea. Decorating a glass bottle.
Beautiful.
Never occurred to me. I've seen people engraving them.
Beautiful.
But decorating a glass, brilliant. Try something new. You might like it. And it's very good.
New recipe, new skill.
Very good for your mental health. Yeah. Very, very good.
Okay.
And if you start making them now, make a good dozen or so of them, and then you've got Christmas presents, haven't you?
Clever.
Get them wrapped up, and they're made with love.
Yeah. Made
with love. Gemma says you can buy the cork lights on eBay and Amazon. Made with love.
That's a brilliant use of the crew.
Yeah.
Sharing stuff.
Sharing stuff like that.
Sharing ideas.
Absolutely
sharing
brilliant.
Solutions. I love it.
Moving on.
Number 17.
I love this one as well. I like the fact that they're encouraging us to go out, but it's got to be done socially distanced. Basically, get some air.
Yeah.
That going back to that Victorian values about when people weren't very well during Victorian times, that they were encouraged to go to the coast, to go to the seaside, or to go to the countryside to get some air. That's why the gentry during that time had their country residence. So they would work in big town, wherever that was, London, Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Sheffield. But the people that owned the big factories, they had a country residence, the big house that was in the country. And a lot of people in this country have got them. They're not called country residences here, they're called caravans. I've got a caravan in Cleethorpes, but they do the same job.
Yeah,
they do the same job. They get you away from the humdrum of whatever's happening in your life right now. My cousin, love him to death, Michael, he is a fisherman, as you well know, and he every Friday 5 o'clock, he's a mechanic, shut the garage, and by 5:30 he's picked the wife up, the wife's packed the box and the case in back at car, and they're in Skeggy by 7:15.
Brilliant.
In the van, and they're in club on site by 8 o'clock. Bingo pen in hand. 8:30, bingo. But it's the same thing. It's getting away from it. And he's there and he fishes all weekend. And that's what he does. And that's what they're saying here. Try and get out more. You don't have to go far. But lockdown is opening some gates for us. So try and get out a little bit more and embrace what is out there.
Absolutely. So if it's sit in the garden,
Yep.
sit in the garden is good. Go for a walk is good. Go for dancing in your garden. I've been doing that a wee bit with my headphones on.
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed if anybody could see me, but get some air.
And get out.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for a nice day like today. It's raining. There's such a thing as umbrellas. There's such a thing as raincoats.
Yeah.
So we live in Britain. We need to take air even on days when the weather is inclement.
Absolutely.
Do you like that word, Bill?
Inclement.
Inclement.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
It's good. So
Like that a lot.
take some air.
Get yourselves out.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Go ahead.
Go retro.
Yeah.
Get out the old board games.
Get out the old board games.
We're talking Monopoly, Snakes and Ladders, Buckaroo, Cluedo, Operation.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Mousetrap.
Operation's the one for me, babe.
I was always rubbish at it.
Oh man, when I
Always.
was 9 or 10 or 11 years old, and I was 10, so my brothers would have been 14 and 16, right? Very competitive in our house.
I bet.
Very competitive, yeah. We used to, when we played Monopoly, we had to do cooperation. We had to partner up with somebody.
Right, okay.
That was my mum.
Yeah.
That was my mum. My mum was the socialist, and we couldn't take on the battle. We had to work as teams, and one person would roll the dice and the other one would pay the money. And so Monopoly was a big one for us that we used to. In our residence in Canada, people have cottages. Yeah.
Oh, your weekend cottage.
And we always had a cottage, and at the cottage out would come the board games, and we would play cooperative Monopoly.
Cooperative Monopoly.
But where we got to be really competitive was Operation. Yeah, so highly recommend that.
I could never do it. Gemma says, Operation, I'm a pro.
Yeah, go girl.
I've definitely not got surgeon's fingers,
No, you
though,
haven't.
you know what I mean?
You
I'd kind of get the knee, leg bone, and I'd start, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was never my thing.
Yeah.
Kate says the boys still like Monopoly.
good. So they should.
Full enough, our boys, well, one of them, they're both gamers, they're both online gamers, and one of them's doing it for a living. They used to love playing poker. Because Mum likes playing poker, and
We do.
You taught them how to play poker.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up buying one of those revolving, looks like a spice rack, but it didn't have spices in it. It had all the different coloured chips in it,
Yeah.
with different denominations,
Yeah.
and in the middle was 4 decks of cards, so
Yeah.
you could just produce this thing.
Yeah.
There you go. There's poker
I know.
and our little fella loves. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Our little fella loves playing poker.
Absolutely.
You've taught our kids to be competitive.
Well, we've tried our best.
Yeah.
And you don't have a competitive
I
bone
don't.
in your body.
I
I don't know whether that's
I
because you're
don't.
a single child, so you never.
I would rather lose at a game rather
I
than
know.
see somebody
I
be
know.
sad.
And you're always the first one when somebody runs out of chips that you go, the poker chips, you go, here, have some of
Have
mine.
some of mine.
And I'm like, no, that defeats the purpose. They've been eliminated. They're out. Get out. Get
I
out.
do
You
that.
lose.
I do
you
that
lose.
Monopoly as well. I give people money if they're running out of money.
I know.
I will slip 500 quid
I
under
know,
the table.
You're just not cut out for it. That's why Operation should be your kind of game.
Yeah, Operation's my kind of game.
And Cluedo.
Cluedo.
I love Cluedo.
I like Cluedo.
Love Cluedo.
I like Cluedo.
Yeah.
But Snakes and Ladders was one of my favourite. I must admit. And I'd be curious to find out how people played it. Did you go up the ladders and down the snakes? Or did you go up the snakes and down the ladders?
I think it's down the ladders, isn't it?
I don't know.
I didn't know there was an option to
well,
play other ways.
Of course, there's always options. You can make your own rules on
Make your
Snakes and Ladders.
house rules. House rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love, me and my grandmother, we used to love playing drafts.
Yeah.
You guys call it checkers.
Checkers.
Yeah, I would play drafts for hours
And chess
hours.
is a great game. And yesterday Sharon was talking about Scrabble. Scrabble's a
Well,
great game.
Casey says she likes Scrabble, and we've just found out here that Sean and his old dad used to do a poker night every Friday.
Beautiful.
It's something quite wonderful for,
Wonderful
a Monopoly
tradition.
is good for maths, but playing cards is really good for maths as well. And I had the privilege of working with Bobby George, the dart player.
You did.
And Mr. Jingle Jangle, look at all that gold on the end of my hand. Well, it was always on his left hand. He got nothing on his right hand, his dart playing hand. But Bobby George used to run courses for kids in London on dart playing, right? Not to teach them, the rudiments of getting in the pub and having a game of darts. He was teaching them how to count.
Yeah.
And it was all like, right, I've got 149. What do I need to get out? And he would teach him how to count, but count backwards and work it out. Double top, double four, double one.
Yeah.
Triple 20, triple 18, double top. He taught them how to count and work on maths by playing darts.
Brilliant.
We played up the ladders and down the snakes, said Haley. Fair enough.
Up the ladders?
No. There you go.
Oh, no, I guess snakes are bad, so you go down a snake.
Shh, down a snake.
Yeah, down a snake.
Down a snake.
Brilliant. But get them out.
Get your retro games out. Sharon said we played snakes and ladders. It's up the ladders and down the snakes for us.
Yeah.
Though I don't keep an eye on my son if he cheats.
No.
Brilliant.
No, people.
Brilliant.
Okay, what do we got next, Bill?
So moving on from the old retro games, get them out of the cupboard and get playing. We have got do something creative that ties in with your new skill.
Yeah.
Right? Find a hobby that's got legs. And what I mean by got legs, that it can keep going even after lockdown.
Right.
Find something that you enjoy doing and that you really want to carry on doing. Some hobbies can turn into profit. And what I've put is an example. Look at bath bombs and candles.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Well, I started making some candles while I was in lockdown, or I started making some bath bombs while I was in lockdown, and I started to get a few orders, and I started to, make a few more. And some people, I've seen online, there's a company called the Little Goat Company, and Little Goat Soap Company, and they make soap out of goat's milk. And they've kind of carried on, and it's still going on. I don't know whether they started in lockdown or whether they started out of lockdown, but things like that, cottage industries that have come out of not necessarily boredom, but hobbies.
Yeah.
Something to do while in lockdown, making soap and making cakes. I've seen a lot of cakes, cupcakes.
Making cards.
Cards, yeah, that kind of thing. But I've seen not cards, I've seen cupcakes online for sale.
Yeah.
I've seen candles online for sale. I've seen bath bombs in various shapes, sizes, colours and smells. 99 pence each or £1.50 each for a big one, etc. And it's come out of something to do whilst in lockdown. And also, for a lot of people, it's now become a nice little earner, a bit of an income.
Sweet.
They're selling them on them Facebook groups. We sell this in our town, or whatever it's called. They're selling them on eBay, etc. There's Gumtree, Pinterest, and all that kind of stuff. So, interestingly, I'd love to make bath bombs. Well, there you go, Haley, get it done. A lot of people are doing it. Kate O'Brien's learning Italian in lockdown. We like to play skiboo and Uno and Queens, says Deborah. Brilliant. But yeah, have a go at turning what is a bit of a hobby into an enterprise. A lot of people are doing it. Give yourself enough rules and regulations about finances. Do be careful, because you can turn the cottage industry into a big earner. Look what happened to the Body Shop. I mean, she just used to make things in saucepans in her back garden, didn't she?
She did indeed.
And also the Joe Malone range as well. She was the same. She used to make these lotions and potions in her saucepans, and purely for her husband. She wanted her husband to smell nice. And Joe Malone has been bought out by some big company, Estee Lauder, and he's now worth gazillions of pounds globally.
And gazillions, yeah.
It started with one shop in Covent Garden. That was it, So yeah, so you can turn your hobby of candles and all that kind of stuff into a enterprise.
Good. What else have we got? We've got watch every movie you've ever wanted to. That's like binge, but movies. I watched a movie last night because I like to watch something finite. I'm not a fan of cliffhangers. Yeah, I like to watch one movie, and it was called Marvelous, and it was a biopic. It was almost based on the truth.
It is. I know.
It was really lovely, really lovely. But at the beginning, middle, and
Yeah.
end. Watch every movie you've ever wanted to watch, yeah? And you know what you might want to do is rather than just go, oh, what's on, or scroll through and see, make a list. Make a list with you and your partner. Make a list with you and your kids. Make a list. And then
With the family.
tick things off, you know?
One thing that I've written here, right, is
yeah.
get to the back of the cupboard, right, find all those DVDs that you've still got wrapped in cellophane. Right, because I'm sure there's people out there got DVDs wrapped in cellophane. Well, that they've had for
Merry Christmas.
Christmas or birthday.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get around to watching that. Take the cellophane off and watch them.
Yeah.
Get a bit nostalgic. Get the DVD player going.
Yeah.
Never mind all this online stuff. You know, watch the film that you've got on DVD that you bought it because you liked it at the time.
That you meant to watch.
That's right. Get it looked at. Don't just wait until next Christmas or whatever. I mean, we all love a bit of nostalgia. That's the key. That's why the film that you watched last night, I actually I've seen it.
Right.
And I thought it was very, very good. And the guy in it,
Marvelous, it's called, peeps.
the guy in it is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And like I said to you, have a look at Alan Bennett's Talking Heads.
Yeah.
I watched Chip in the Sugar Bowl the other day with Martin Freeman, and it was just quality acting.
That's what I'm going to watch tonight.
It's quality writing, but it was just quality acting, and it was a really, and they're only short. They're only like 45 minutes.
Okay.
And it was 45 minutes well spent in the company of somebody who knew what they were doing.
Okay. I'm going to watch it tonight while I ride the bike.
And that's what I'm on about now, about getting your DVDs out the cupboard and get them watched. Watch every movie that you've ever planned on doing. A movie that changed my life was a movie called Baghdad Cafe.
Oh, brilliant.
And everybody I've met in my life, I've mentioned it to get it watched. It will change your entire life or your perspective. If you think you got problems, watch Baghdad Cafe. It will get rid of all of them for you. Moving on.
Start a blog.
Start a blog.
Start a blog about something you love.
That's what Kate did yesterday. Kate O'Brien, bless her. She started a blog. She wrote another blog and bang, it was out there. Get it done. Writing is good for you. Over there to my pal about the virtues of writing.
The virtues of writing. You know, get it out of your head, get it onto paper. Writing is a wonderful creative endeavor, yeah? And if you have an audience that you're aiming at, like a blog, then you're not just writing for yourself. You know, journaling is more about private thoughts, is more about, you know, for yourself. But the idea of a blog is that you're going to go public. So you would write differently, and you would write with it, you know, but it can be about something you enjoy. It can be about your own self. You know, the Kate's blog that we just read, it's about her life. It's about her kids. It's about her adventures, you know. But you could write about candle making if that's your passion. But yeah, the idea is that you write about something you are passionate about.
And get it out there.
And get it out there.
Share
Why
it.
not?
Because you might have
Why
an
not?
idea. You might have an idea and it might help somebody greatly. Might help. Like Adele said, she was listening to us the other day about advice about sleep and what to do. And she's now put some of those things into practice and she's having better sleep.
Which is genius.
Yeah.
So I'm good for another month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the next one. I've no idea what it is, but my friend who's a writer, he's written 2 series of a radio play called Essentials. His name's John Godber. And I've been listening to Essentials and I think it's great. And they're all very short. They're only about 6 or 7 minutes long. But they refer to this quite a lot on there with their kids, that their kids are outside TikToking.
Ah, TikTok.
TikToking. So one of the pieces of advice that I found, and I think you found the same thing, if you're a bit bored and you want to listen to some tunes, why not do a TikTok? Well, I've seen them. I'm still no idea how to do them.
Me neither.
I'm not really sure what they're for.
I know.
But for a few seconds, they look like fun. So one of the things that they say is, try a TikTok. A little video to alleviate your boredom. So if you are sitting there and you're feeling your mental health's a bit jumpy and you've been sat all day, have a look at TikTok, get it on, and do a TikTok. You don't have to share it with the rest of the world. You can do it for yourself and look at it over and over again and make yourself laugh, or get it out there and become viral.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's what it says. Make yourself viral by doing yourself a TikTok. So there you go, a little bit of advice from, not to say the lanyards, but the people have found this information, and again, you passed it on to me as well, is get out there and get some TikToking done. Because the first time I heard about it was on this thing that John wrote, this radio play. That the kids are outside TikToking. I thought, what on earth is that? More youth slang.
Yeah.
Come on, Bill, I'm down with the ute. I need to find out what it is, so I'm going to get myself some information on TikToking, and I did.
I love it.
Yeah, so there you go.
I love it.
So yeah, go and get yourself TikToking. Kate, you can do the next one because
I love this.
Yeah.
Show your pet all the love in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just take some time and commune with your pet.
Time in the world.
Commune with your pet.
Yeah.
We have a budgie. We had more pets than that, and we're down to
We did.
one budgie. And Bill plays with the budgie, trying to get the budgie to come and look in the mirror and jump about. And I talk to the budgie.
Yep.
But we pay attention, and those few moments, it's not epic or anything. You know, I mean, a dog or a cat you can pet, and you can, but to watch your goldfish, take some time in front of the tropical fish cage. We just recently got a bird feeder outside.
Yeah.
I've been watching the birds like crazy. And so commune with your pet. Play fetch. When's the last time you played fetch with your dog? When's the last time you took the dog for a walk? Or if you take the dog for a walk every day, make sure you give it a little bit of extra love.
Absolutely.
That's all we're talking about. To improve your mental health by spending special time with your pets.
And make a fuss of them. They do like it. Make a fuss of them.
They do, and they
Make
deserve
a fuss
it.
of them. Yeah,
And
very much
they're
so.
Unconditional love that comes back at you. Not so much from fish, but you know what I mean. But just truly be mindful.
Fish do give you a lot of unconditional love. It's just that
Do
they
you
can't
reckon?
remember doing it.
Very good, Bill Rodgers.
No, fish do give you unconditional love.
I'm sure they do.
You just can't remember doing it.
Yeah, I got it, Bill. I
Well-
I remember you saying that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very funny.
But yeah.
You're funny on several levels. Thank God. Thank God I didn't marry you for your good
Spend
looks.
time with your pets.
Yeah, special
Right,
time.
we've only got 4 minutes left, I'm
right,
afraid.
and we have to finish right on 4.
We do, 'cause of the
Harvey is broadcasting.
He's broadcasting.
Yeah.
So number 25, it says learn a musical instrument or have a virtual party and a sing-along.
Oh, a sing-along is a great idea.
And record those videos. So if you can't play anything, go to some virtual parties where they can and join in. Have a sing-song, have a dance, have a chuckle, have a, be part of it.
That's a great idea.
There's these virtual choirs that are cropping up all over with the old choir master
Oh, yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
But try and get involved with something like that. Try and get involved online.
Make it happen.
I have some dear friends in Sheffield, and they've just done some music videos, and they're all in different parts of Sheffield, but they've done it via this Zoom thing.
That you can do. Genius.
Absolutely brilliant. So if you can't play a musical instrument, do it. If you can play a musical instrument, do it, and get out there and be part of it.
And everybody can sing.
Anybody can sing.
Everybody can sing. If I can sing, everybody can sing.
Create and more create.
Yeah, and sing with yourself. I mean, I've been doing a lot of that. I've got the headphones on, I'm doing the dishes, and me and Joni Mitchell, we're off.
Number 26, I really like, and I think we're going to have to leave it at 26. We cannot get to the end. But number 26,
Yes.
try just moving your house around.
Rearrange furniture.
My mother used to love doing that. Once every
Yeah.
6 months, she'd put the couch over there, put the table over there. Just move your furniture around, and you would be
Yeah.
surprised how you feel. You would be surprised.
You've got a new house.
Yeah.
You get a new house.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So you've been sat there for 3 months in lockdown. Your mental health's all over the place. The house is not as tidy as you'd like it to be. You've learnt a musical instrument.
You're speaking Italian.
You're banana caked up to here, right? You've got painted bottles all over your house, right? The pets are looking the best they've ever looked.
Yeah.
But you yourself, you're drained. You're physically drained.
Yeah.
Move your furniture around.
I love it. I
Right.
love it.
And then walk in as though you're in that changing rooms with your eyes shut, right?
Yeah.
And then open your eyes and go, Oh, it's brilliant.
And then tear up.
Yeah,
You
don't
gotta
forget to tear up.
Yeah.
Don't tear up. And then 24 strangers are running into your house in muddy boots and all start clapping you like that. They will. Yeah, move your furniture around. Crew, once again, time has gotten the better of us.
Brilliant.
Ali said, I did that last week and did me back in.
Oh, no. Oh, Ali, my lovely.
Oh, Gemma says, I've tried that, but it unsettles me.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
Not
but
for everybody.
I suggest going out of the house.
And how articulate. It unsettles me.
But I suggest go out of the house and come
unsettles
back in
me.
the room with your eyes shut.
With your eyes shut,
Yeah.
yes.
So, Kate.
Yes, my darling.
We're going to have to start doing longer shows, I think.
No, my darling.
Okay, then go over there and say ta-da. We'll see
Ta-da, and thank you.
We'll see you
and
tomorrow,
have a good
crew.
weekend. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
I hope so. Yeah, don't forget, come with your joy and come with your random acts of kindness because it's Saturday.
Brilliant.
And Kate, what is your fridge magnet for today?
My fridge magnet is change it up, make it better.
Very good. Mine is, if in doubt, chuck it out. There we go. If in doubt, chuck it out. So, crew, thank you very much. Keep talking. We will see you tomorrow at the same time of 3 o'clock. Take good care. Be kind to each other, but mainly be kind to yourself. This is the crazy Canuck over there and the Yorkshire pudding over here saying bye-bye.
Ta-ra.
Again, bye-bye.
Ta-ra.
Bye-bye, Kate.
Bye-bye, Kate.
No, bye-bye, Kate.
Okay, we won't do it today.
We won't, no, because
No, we won't do it.
they think
because they're
it's-
coming to expect it of us.
they do. They think it's
That's
self-indulgent. It's just
Yeah.
not funny at all.
Not funny at all.
It's not, is it?
Your fridge magnet was really good.
If in doubt, chuck it out.
We'll
There
finish
we
with
go. That's right. I'm glad you like it. Yeah.